better put these on. Let's see here. Look at that. A little swarm of fucking assholes. Anyways, welcome. How's it going? I just thought I'd pop over downtown. I had to replenish the supplies. So here we are at the CN building again, and I just really love this building. It's kind of interesting to look at. And there we go. Yeah, it's a pretty cool building. So I'll take a little bit of a walk over, and we'll go check out what year this building was built. I think I did this once before, but we're trying it again. You know, a lot of times I've got these, I'd like to present some of these buildings and some of this information a little better produced. Maybe I should just make a video instead of do a live stream. But you know, the videos take so long, dude, and I don't know, it's like my live streams get a little more traction. But anyways, so let's check this out here. It's the Sun Tower. And it says the prominent Beaux Arts office tower was built in 1911-1912 for the Vancouver World newspaper. The tallest building in the British Empire when it was completed. Its publisher, Lewis D. Taylor, served as manager 8 times between 1910 and 1934, although the newspaper suffered financial difficulties. The building continued as its administrative and printing offices of the Vancouver Sun. Published here between 1937 and 1964, before it moved to the south end of the Granville Bridge. A spur railway line once ran alongside the rear of the building to deliver newsprint and ship out the newspapers. The plain style of that side contrasts with the ornate street faces of the building. The lower part is adorned with terracotta panels and classical detail. Below the cornice is a row of maidens by sculptor Charles Margella. Whatever. So we'll cross the street here, and so actually first I'll give you guys a look at the lower section of the building. There's actually some really nice pillars here, so we'll look at those. So look at that, beautiful, and then look at the crowns of these pillars and the sculpture in the crown there. It's absolutely beautiful, and the workmanship that would go into into that just there. You know, you're up on a scaffold, you're having to do detailed sculpture work or chiseling, whatever way they did it. As they said, they did this in 1911, they say. So in 1911 they built this building, but what is interesting about this building is these statues. So we'll take a look up here, and I'll zoom in a little bit on these statues. Let's see, it's the best I can. But each side has these statues here. They look like they're, you know, I ain't gonna lie, you know, they look like they're multi gendered statues, if I do say so myself. I mean, look at that. Or it could just be very, very muscular abbed women with perky breasts. Who knows? So when we go to the top of the building, you'll see there's other also pillar columns on the corner, and you've got that nice facade on the top. There's also a ornament piece on the very top, which is, you know, this has all been done by hand or some kind of magical 3D printer they had back then. I mean, I don't know, but it's pretty amazing that a building was built in 1911 and they did all this. So if they do all this in a year, in 1911, it looks like we've devolved as a species. I would say so. I would argue that we have devolved. Here's another interesting thing about this area here in Vancouver. So we'll take a look at the street, and this is Pender Street, and obviously this is where the mud flood would have come down, because all of these buildings have a unique angle to them. So let's look at that. See how they all angle? Also, a lot of these buildings are quite old. They've been renovated, but a few. On the corner there, it's got some amazing ironwork for the fire escape. That's for sure. But you also have to think, way back then, you know, 1911, all these bricks. I'm sure some of these buildings are newer buildings here. Obviously, the facades and fronts are, but the guts of the buildings are older, and the guts have the old bricks and the old, you know, the old infrastructure inside them. So I don't know, man. Vancouver's a little interesting when it comes to this mud flood research. It's a little. I mean, Seattle is incredible. Seattle's got, like, Seattle was dug right out of itself. It's amazing. Vancouver, yes. One day we'll go down to Gastown, because that's pretty interesting too. There's still a lot of, it's still got the cobblestone street, and that's wild. And it also has some iron. Just like little iron fences, and in a lot of the old world technology and the old world architecture, they had a lot of iron, copper, and other, you know, metallic, you know, minerals that also interacted with the, you know, with the different rocks and the crystal formulations of the rocks. These buildings were literally alchemical machines, and it's fascinating when you really get down to it. Anyways, that's kind of the live. Thanks for watching. I can't see the comments for whatever reason. So if you commented, I apologize that I didn't get to you know, shout you out or whatever, but it's all good. Anyways, that's nice little, let's see what else is here. There's a little club here, Comedy After Dark. It's kind of a nice little popular club in Vancouver. If you ever get a chance, go to Comedy After Dark on Sunday nights. They have an open mic night there. They got some interesting new comics coming up on the scene. So we'll have to wait and see about that. But other than that, yeah. Cheers. Have a nice night. Now let's end this sucker.